People might be able to watch myself without ads. Ah, well. I just didn't feel like messing with it today. I love it. You have to go to one menu to click one option. Meanwhile, everything else is on one page to do a live stream. And the worst part is, every time I try to live stream on YouTube from my computer now, I got to go in there and find out why my computer is setting my default to my camera microphone. And that's not even, it's not even doing that because we're not getting any sound at all. Oh, man. It's just weird. Tuesday morning, folks. I got to change all my hashtags and stuff like that on my videos because, quite frankly, there's nothing Doctor Who related to talk about, and there won't be for a while, other than Big Finish and, various other, enterprises that involve Doctor Who. And as much as I'd like to hang on and, look, I'll keep talking, Doctor Who, but I don't want to talk shit about Doctor Who. That's what a lot of these other guys are doing to fill the void. They're sitting there writing these huge long scripts about nothing. And then acting, all insulted when you call them out, dude, you're reading a script. It's like, I don't think I've ever scripted. The only thing I've ever scripted was audio plays. Everything else that I've ever done on this channel, I think not even 1% was scripted. I just like to come on here and just be myself as much as possible because so many people out there are just not themselves when they're in front of a camera. And it's obvious too. Look at people's eyes if they show them. You can tell what's real and what's not. What's amazing me though is, you've got all this shit going on. Then you got celebrities like Billie Eilish. She's rearing her head again like, oh yeah, here's an all-knowing prophet and seer of the universe. Yeah, right. It's like going on and this about that. I love how they keep going on and on about shit that will never, ever have any relevancy to them. They're living in mansions. They're out on tours. They're spending pretty much 9/10 of the year, off in tropical locations doing Lord knows what, and who cares? They come over here to tour once in a while, and then suddenly they're the grand high philosophers of all things political. You gotta love this. It's like my favorite one. It makes me laugh. Rosie O'Donnell, right? She left the country because of President Trump, and her therapist said it might be a good idea. Well, I wish my therapist would consign me off to like Cairns, the South Pacific, or Brian, you need to go hang out in Sri Lanka with Millie Gibbo. Otherwise, your mental stability will never be the same. Yeah, it must be nice. I don't think she's had a job since Doctor Who, Millie Gibson, yet she's spent how long in Sri Lanka, how long in Costa Rica, and making big fat money off her Instagram page just hanging around in her bikini. I don't know about you, but if I hung around in a bikini on a beach, I think people would probably take shots at me, thinking I was Bigfoot again. But yeah, but that's the thing. She moves to Ireland, right, Rosie O'Donnell, and she's still bitching about Trump. I'm like, you don't even live here anymore. It's like pretty much everything for everyone else around me. Nothing's happened. Nothing's changed. It's like, yeah, we did lose Catherine O'Hara, which is sad, and like I said, she'd been around a long time in the industry. I don't even read half these anymore because most of them are just either guys trying to flood out the chat or just complete computerized nonsense. But I love how you've got, like, say, The View. They're sitting there, going on and on about gun control laws. Yeah, I guarantee you every single damn one of those ladies on The View have armed escorts. I'd be like, wouldn't that be funny if somebody go, okay, I got an idea. You fire your entire armed contingency and have them hand in their weapons. Guarantee you not one of them would do it. I think Ellen moved to Ireland as well, but it's like, trust me, when people started coming out about how Ellen DeGeneres really was, And the sad part is that it is really true. There's a lot of people out there who are really funny, really, they seem to be the kindest, nicest person on the world on TV, and then the real world comes into view about what they were actually like, and they act all shocked. Oh, ugh. Like Chevy Chase, that documentary. It's like, folks, people have been saying Chevy's a dick for decades. It's like, who are you just now getting caught on to that? Why do you think very few people work with him? Was it England? Like I said, but like I said, they moved to other countries and then they bitch about the U.S. Like, look at Lady Gaga, right? How much money has she made coming from nowhere, literally out of nowhere in the United States? Yet she goes to other countries and bad mouses. Like there's no tomorrow. It's like, bitch, please. In most countries, you'd still be sitting out in the fucking subway strumming a banjo, hoping to get noticed. Ugh. Oh, here we go. Hang on a minute. Someone's trying to flood out the chat again. Oh, look, like we haven't done that before. Bye. Welcome to Limbo Land. Ha ha ha. I just die laughing. All these people move out of the country and then they badmouth us. Yeah, I guarantee you, George Clooney, he'd be pumping gas somewhere out in the back of Cornwall if he grew up in England. Nobody would probably even know about his ass. I know. I just put him in timeout for 24 hours. It's just easier than going through all the other buttons to do that. They usually never come out. Well, here's the thing. The Epstein files, even if you get them, I guarantee you, they're incomplete. Why do you think that guy suddenly, oh my God, I'm going to say that dirty word on YouTube that nobody's committed suicide, killed himself? I'm getting tired of self-unalived and, or blah this and blah that. It's like, speak effing English, for crying out loud. Oh. They're so afraid of the monetization value on their video going down if they show or say something inappropriate. But that's why I die laughing at some of these videos now. They're the ones who are going to turn the English language into an absolute abomination. Remember when people were saying Ebonics was going to kill the English language? No, it's Utubia land, or whatever language they speak now, or Utubian. That's what's going to kill the English language. Unalived. He unalived himself. Or essay. She was a victim of essay. I'm like, that's funny. I was a victim of essay a lot in college. I had to write a lot of essays. Ugh. As in essays. ESSAYs. Say it. Sexual assault. It's a terrible thing. But trying to gloss it over with a damn, acronym is not going to make it any better. It's just going to improve their channel numbers. That's all they care about. I guarantee you, there wouldn't even be protests right now if it weren't for social media. I'm taking bets on that. Because I guarantee you, like half these people that are out there in the streets rioting and throwing fits, you'll notice that a lot of them are on camera. And it's like, I die laughing because they'll sit there and do criminal shit on camera and then bitch about it when they get arrested and their footage gets used against them in court. It's like... Well, I don't even know why, like I said, everyone's like, the United States is so bad. Why don't we just call it this? It's the corporate states of America. It's been that way for a long time. You have to love it, folks. We live in a country where the guys who are in charge can give themselves pay raises for bad performance. And then wonder why the national debt's through the roof. We need to defund the police. Yeah, let's get rid of the men and women who are the only thing between you and utter chaos. Oh. Young Sherlock on Prime Video. Who gives a shit? I thought her and McGee or whatever, I can't remember the guy's asshole's name. I thought they were divorced a while back. Okay. I watched like the first season or so of Westworld, and after that, it just got effing boring. I was like, how many times do I get to see this same two couple women naked? Ugh. Thandie Newton and what's her nut? She was also on True Blood. It'll hit me in a half an hour. I know the actress's name, but it's like, then they act like serious acting. You had to act like a robot and sit in a room naked. Wow. Ugh. Yeah, there's a bunch of, I agree with Lady G there. The actors and actresses, they want the police to fund it. Meanwhile, they got their own personal security force. So it's not going to affect them any. Just like when J.K. Rowling called out Emma Watson right there in public and put the smackdown on her. It's like, why are you worried about who goes to the bathroom with you? You have a security guard stand outside whenever you go take a piss. And she goes, you know what I was doing when I was your age? I was in a bathroom, probably in a subway, homeless, and I was writing the books that made you a star. Suddenly, it's funny how Emma shut up after that and apologized, and that's why I die laughing. All these actors and actresses thumbing their noses at the very franchise. Yeah, because they're already making their money. It's not like you can go back and retroactively pull the movies out of time. At least they were smarter than Shia LaBeouf, who basically killed his career. Midstream. That's what I mean. It's like these folks do not live in the same reality that we do. Yet they're saying that our reality is bad and this must happen and that must happen. And it's like, it doesn't affect them. Like I said, my other favorite, when Oprah and The Rock were standing there doing ads asking normal everyday people to donate money for the Hawaiian, that big thing that happened in Hawaii. I think it was the volcano, whatever it was. And meanwhile, she's got how many acres of land? She upped her security force to keep people out in case, refugees showed up. And then hired her own personal fire brigades to make sure her property didn't burn down. She's worth, I think, like $3.2 billion at this point. The Rock's, I can't remember how many millions of dollars. Yet they're asking you, the little people, to come out and pay for this fund. I'm like, bitch, please, the woman standing there in that damn video could fund the whole damn thing and still have up to $2-3 billion. Ugh. That's what makes me die laughing. It's like they don't live on the same planet we do. I guarantee you have people who will start bitching about toilet paper. Meanwhile, they probably haven't wiped their own ass in over a decade or two. Yeah, I really hope something's not wrong with The Rock. Yeah, he suddenly got really skinny. I'm really hoping he isn't sick or anything. I don't wish that on anybody, I remember when we had one of the local celebrities here was on the local football team, Lyle Alzado. This guy was literally built like a mountain. I think he was like a defensive back. And in the last years of his life, he was almost a twig. Because it turns out he was on steroids and shit at that time. I'm not saying The Rock is, but this is what happened in his case. I think he passed of brain cancer and all that. And they believe it started because of all the steroid use or something like that. And it's like, I remember his last interviews, he was just literally not even a third of what he was in his football playing days. Third the size. Yeah, I don't wish illness or anything on anybody, especially like cancer or anything. That's just terrible. But still, I love how folks who do not live on the same plane as you do are, you know, acting like they're Olympian gods or some shit, saying it should be this way and this way for you mere mortals. Ugh. Like I said, 99% of the celebrities you're going to meet are just regular people. They're kind, they're nice, but then you have that 1% that you look them in the eyes and you can just tell they're there for your money. Fortunately, I had a dad who taught me how to spot bullshit, you know, see through bullshit at 100 yards, even if it's in a deep underground vault underneath 50 feet of concrete. That's one of the things he helped me do, is you learn how to spot bullshit as you get older. Oh, well, I just realized I'm way over time, so please be kind, be calm, be safe. Take care of yourselves out there, and don't believe everything you see and hear. All right? Judge for yourself. Don't let somebody else do your thinking for you. Take care, everyone, and we'll catch you all tomorrow morning.